Hi everyone, it's Kristie Taylor here. Today we are going to play with some mixed media and some beautiful little die cuts from Rita Barakat. I love these little die cuts. She sent me this kit of die cuts and they all look like they're dressed up to go out on the town. So I thought that I would create a little background for them. We're going to use this gesso board from Ampersand, some stencils from stencilgirlproducts.com, my new line of shimmering alcohol inks, Kristie Taylor Creations, and a variety of other products, including some mixed media adhesive from Rebecca Meyer. The thing I really love about these encaustic boards and alcohol inks is that you get the beautiful pigment, but the color comes out sort of pastel, so not quite as vibrant as it is on a non-porous surface. I spread my inks on there and allowed it to mostly dry, and then lifted my stencil up and dried it the rest of the way with the heat tool. This stencil is also from stencilgirlproducts.com, and I believe it was created by Dee Catron. I really love this little stencil. It's a lot of fun. So I'm just going to outline the buildings here with a pencil. I'm going to speed this up a little bit so you don't have to sit and watch me do the whole thing. But I outlined all the trees and all the buildings. Once I had my skyline, I wanted to work on the foreground a little. So we don't want our little die cuts to look like they're standing in space, so we need to create a ground or a foreground for them to stand on. So this is just a piece of photo paper that I embossed with clear embossing powder and one of my stencils, and put alcohol inks over top. So it's super shimmery, and I just tore strips and started placing them into the foreground. I played with placement just a little bit, moving the pieces around so that it all looked like it went there together. And then I'm going to use some Rebecca Meyer mixed media adhesive. Love this stuff. I use it all the time. So we'll just spread the mixed media adhesive onto the back of each of the strips and then press the strips onto the board. We'll just keep going until all of the foreground is covered. This is my Sparkle Spirits Shimmering Alcohol Inks, and I went in and painted the buildings purple, this purple shimmery ink, but then I decided they needed to be silhouettes, so you'll see me actually change my mind a little later, but that's kind of our right as artists to change our minds, right? That's what I like to think anyways. So here I'm just painting the buildings purple. And here I'm just using the blue shade of my alcohol inks to shade in those parts where we tore the edges of the paper. I didn't like the white ridges, so we just added a little blue ink to help them blend in. Here I am with a Molotov aqua marker, and I'm just using that to create shadow on those buildings because I thought that the black looked better. And now I didn't like that the lines weren't crisp, so now I'm going back with a gel pen and crisping up the lines and making all the buildings and the windmills there darker, a much darker black. There, now I'm finally happy with my skyline. Now let's bring in these super cute die cuts from ritabarakat.com. These things are so precious. I just love them. And they're so beautiful, you don't even have to do a lot to them. All I did here was add a little ink, because I can't do anything without adding ink. and I went around the outside edges with a black gel pen to give them some shadow. And then I adhered them down, and that's all there was to it. They are so sweet. I just love them. Now here I'm creating a foreground. I just drew a line in and then used some Liquitex acrylic ink and just painting in a foreground. This kind of gives them a place to stand. And that, my friends, is all there is to it. We ended up with a super cute project. I love these little die cuts from Rita Barakat. Just look how sweet they are. Thank you so much for visiting. I will put links to everything, including Rita's site, so you can get your own die cuts, in the description box below. Don't forget to follow and like my video. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.